Great, yeah, right. Start of the new season, which means it's time to reflect on when I thought of what was going to happen last season. So, did I make the original video? Let's take a look here. 10 months ago, I made my championship predictions for the 22-23 season. And we're going to review just how close I got to being accurate. Spoiler alert, I don't think I got anything right. From memory, there's only one thing I got right, and that is Blackpool finishing in 23rd. Which is quite funny now that I think about it. Anyways, let's just crack on with it. Oh, sorry, Mike. I'm not going to waste any time here. Let's just get on with it. Good evening, good ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. More football content. This was before I even became a Preston channel, actually. Now that I'm clocking, this was just as the football transformation of the channel began. Pretty cool. All right then, let's go. Those towards the end. So Norwich straight away top 6. Okay, so straight away we've placed Norwich in the top 6, which, to be fair, many people probably would have expected Norwich to finish in the top 6, but of course that didn't happen. Let's just get the table up to see where these teams actually finished, to see how close we. What the hell was that? Did you just see that? Oh, fireworks for Luton. That's cool. Right, table. Let's see how close we actually were. Norwich finished below us. Okay, it was miles off the mark. You don't even need to argue with me on that one. Well, I can now. To begin with, I'll put Norwich and Watford in the top 6. Burnley, I've seen a lot of people say will not be top 6, but I think they will. Even if that is just the bottom half of the top 6, I'm dreading where I'm putting Burnley now that I've said that. Fair enough, top 6. We're half right. I believe it will happen. Kind of. Furthermore, in the top 6, I could see Middlesbrough being top 6 once more, as well as West Brom, and then Sheffield United again. Okay, so that's not actually too bad. We've actually got half of that right. 9th. Oh dear me. This was a very strange season. Super strange. I want to see where I put Burnley and Sheffield United though. And Middlesbrough. To order these, I think winning the race will be Norwich, then Watford, of course. In 3rd place, I'm going to be ballsy and say Sheffield United. No, one place off. No, West Brom. West Brom, Sheff, Burnley. No, Borough Burnley. That's the way I'm going with this one. I think Norwich are a very strong side. Obviously, they lost the Premier League, but the same with Watford. They're a team. Can you tell that I didn't exactly know football at the time? Fuck me. The Championship. Well, we have some quality. We actually do have our confirmed list of teams competing in the league this season, because Sheff Wednesday have come up, as have Argyle, obviously. And then also coming down from the Premier League being Leicester and Leeds. So yeah, we'll have to do our next predictions next month. I'm not going to do them too early. I'm going to do them next month after we've seen a couple of signings and whatnot. Players on their side, such as Pukki being a great striker, and I can see them absolutely winning this race. They're basically the Fulham of the Championship this season. Oh, Watford. That's a bold statement. Very similar. 7 to 12. North End in there instantly. Okay, I remember I put us at 9th. From memory, I said 9th, and we did actually finish 12th. So we are in the bracket where I put us, but it's not the correct number, unfortunately. So close, kind of. We would have actually finished 9th if we didn't lose points on the last day, which I was actually thinking, oh my god, I'm actually going to get our prediction right, but oh well. Reorder them in a minute. Sadly, Blackburn. Then we'll go for Millwall. Luton had a great season last season, and I could expect that to be fair, I didn't expect Luton to finish in the top 6, 7, personally. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 6. So I need 2 more. Especially the way they started. Same with Coventry. 100%. But look at that, 2 playoff finalists I had in the bracket below. So. I don't think Huddersfield will. I can't see Huddersfield having that. I'd probably say Bristol. I am baffled that I didn't actually think Huddersfield would be above Bristol in this race, because, well, Astaghfirullah, Huddersfield finished 3rd the previous season. I don't know why the hell I went, no, not Huddersfield. It would have made sense for anyone to say, yeah, Huddersfield will be in the top brackets of the league this season. They finished 3rd the previous season. And the season before that, where did they finish? They finished on the bottom half, same as what they had this season. So they had a good season, a bad season, a good season, bad season. Well, not bad. Yeah, actually bad season. Probably Bristol, fucking hell. Bristol. Where did Bristol actually finish? 14th. Where did Luton actually finish? Oh my god, if I put Blackburn at 7. Where did Luton actually finish the previous season? Was it? It was top 6. So I thought they would have just fallen out. I swapped Luton and Middlesbrough, surprisingly. Interesting. No, I'm not. I'm going Coventry. 9th, Preston. Blackburn 10. Millwall and then Bristol.
That's optimistic.
I know I'm very optimistic about the North End, but how can I not be? I'm
Speak
a North
of the
End
devil.
fan at the end of the day. Ryan Lowe's a fantastic manager. We've made some fantastic signings, and I really think we've had a strong pre-season. Same time, I do feel like we could be a strong side. A lot of people are saying we could be challenging for promotion. I don't think that is the case, personally. I think there's still some rough ends to iron out.
Well, at least I was being realistic then.
But we will be contending for 7 to 12. I'd say we'll be contending for top 10. That is the way I see the North End going this season. So before we go to the bottom half, I'm going to go to relegation.
Close,
so
kind
we're going to
of.
pick out 3 teams. Shitepool going in relegation, and I'm not just saying that because I support Preston. I genuinely think Blackpool have been horrendous. And they've signed, look at the manager. It's fucking Michael Appleton, and they've signed a Preston fan. It's over. No, it's not happening.
Agent Appleton.
They're all agents, I'm telling you. Back in relegation zone, in the focus of relegation. Sorry, I'm going to put Sunderland into surviving before I forget.
Jesus. This is, to be fair, who would have actually expected Sunderland to get top 6? Let's be completely real. Who expected that? Because I definitely didn't. I thought Sunderland would have come up and struggled, but no. To give them their dues, Sunderland did very, very well this season. Hands off. 2 Sunderland, 2 Luton, 2 Coventry, to all these teams. Coventry at the bottom of the league since like November, and they just came shooting back up. So we really do need to learn from a lot of these sides.
Put Swansea in bottom half.
Swansea in the bottom half.
This is always a tricky one because a lot of people have very different opinions about this. Like, I could just slap Rotherham in there, but at the same time, I don't know how good Rotherham have been because I didn't really follow League One. I know Wigan had a great season. I'll stick Birmingham.
Jesus.
In there for now.
Why?
And maybe Hull, but I don't want to say all that. I was saying that Reading were also appalling at one point, but now they've had a good change around. Right, let's just focus on the other ones for a minute. We'll put Stoke in the bottom half as well as Cardiff.
I don't know why I just threw Birmingham in there. I just did that for absolutely no good reason. But speaking of Stoke and Cardiff, they are not within this bracket. Cardiff definitely aren't anyway. I don't know about these guys.
Hull into surviving, QPR surviving, Reading surviving, Huddersfield surviving. So that leaves us with Wigan and Rotherham. I think Rotherham potentially to go back down. I'll put QPR up, and then I'll put Wigan into surviving.
To be fair, not many people would have thought QPR would finish the way they did.
What would you consider as surviving compared to bottom half?
You should know. You made the template.
What the championship? Is it 24? 1, 2, 3, 4. Then Cardiff. That looks. Yeah, that's fine to me. Surviving.
He just looks at it. Yeah, that's fine. No, it's not fine. So what do I have Stoke labelled then? 12. I have them at 13th, which was actually Norwich. So that's a swap, isn't it? And then Huddersfield. What's that? That's 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17 Huddersfield. 1 place off again. I had QPR 18, but they were 20th. Cardiff definitely off the mark. Reading, of course, off the mark because they were relegated. Same with Wigan. We've got Hull at what's that? 24, 23, 22, 19th, which was actually Rotherham. So yeah, I got this so wrong.
Bottom, definitely swap Hull and Wigan. Keep Sunderland there.
I'll probably get the next one wrong.
At the very bottom of the table will be Rotherham, Blackpool, and then Birmingham. Cool. Those are my predictions.
And there's my predictions. The only one I got right was Blackpool. I was close with a few of them, to be fair, but then at the same time, sticking Huddersfield in bottom half was a bit of a fluky guess. They was close to bottom half, but not quite there. And if you was actually someone who watched the football at the time, unlike me at the time, I probably would have understood Huddersfield to be a better team. But like I said, I was quite new to football. I really only got into supporting Preston halfway through the season, and I didn't take much note of what was actually going on. So it's like it's relatively new. Don't get me wrong. I've been dipping in and out of football since I was at a young age, but it was mainly just like England, and then everyone was supporting a Premier League team. So it's like, oh, I'll support a Premier League team when I'm like when I'm like 13. But I don't actually support the team. I'm just force myself to watch it. But obviously now, fast forward to today, and I genuinely do enjoy the sport, and I genuinely do have a support for a team, being Preston North End. So it's going to be a bit of a roller coaster of a predictions video, this next one that I'm going to do before the season begins. Like when it begins, when that video actually will come out, I don't have a clue, but probably July if I was to have a guess, because like I said, I want to see a few signings first, and I want to see what's going on with teams in pre-season, because you're good enough at predicting the next season now when we don't actually know who we're going to sign, who other teams are going to sign, what people are going to be like in pre-season, who they're playing in the pre-season, and all that, lovely stuff. So there's time yet before I make the next one, but in terms of what I actually had right out of 24, I got 1 out of 24. I'm not going to give myself any points for getting correct halves/categories, but it is what it is. So yeah, as you can tell, I got it very wrong, and I'm going to be doing the same thing next year, but that's a bit far ahead just yet. But thank you all for tuning in. It's a very pointless video, I suppose. You can go back and watch this yourself, but thought I'd do it for you. But yeah, like I said, it is what it is. I just thought it'd be nice to come back and reflect, and then of course we'll see what happens going forward. But yeah, thanks Tom for watching, and I will see you all in my next video. Boom.